In this video, I'm going over 6 steps for how to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, forgiveness loan. If you haven't watched my last video about the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, loan forgiveness, you should definitely watch that video to get the details down. I'm not covering the details in this video. In this video, I'm telling you exactly how to get started applying, which you do want to do right away if your business has been negatively impacted with a loss of income because of COVID-19 situation.
If you're self-employed or an independent contractor, you do Uber, you're a hairdresser, any of those situations, whether you get a 1099 or not, these steps apply to you the same.
If you're new here, my name's Amanda and you're watching The Business Finance Coach, where I simplify all the technicalities to help you succeed in business because I believe that the world needs what you do. If this sounds like something you'd like to have in your life, consider subscribing. Now let's jump into these 6 steps you can take to get yourself applied to the PPP program. Keep in mind that these steps may not be directly linear. You can certainly work on multiple of them at the same time, and you probably should be doing that. Find a lender. So you can use this link here to search for your zip code and it will come up with SBA approved lenders. Anyone on here should be ready to facilitate this PPP loan in the forgiveness program. However, I recommend reaching out to your bank and trying to get a really good contact there. Like, don't take anyone, like keep calling, get the contact who knows about this and stay in connection with them. Banks are really getting overwhelmed at the first start of this, and we'll see how this plays out, but many banks have already set restrictions that they're only processing applications for members who own accounts at their bank. But banks are going to be restricted by their manpower and their ability to process these loans, just like the SBA was. And you may also go through your accounting or tax person and find out if they've made a contact through the bank. Now, once you get in touch with a lender who is doing the program, or if your lender is doing the program, you want to ask them for the details in their application. Some lenders are still finalizing this. They may not be ready to go yet. And so if you get on hold here, you're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is considering if you have someone who's going to be an agent who's going to submit the loan for you. If you have someone who's able to do that, who you really trust, I would highly consider it. If your accounting or tax pro hasn't reached out to you, if there's someone that just receives a one-off fee once a year for minimal services, they may not be comfortable acting as an agent. They may just not have the expertise in this area to, feel comfortable doing that. But it's certainly worth talking to them. Also understand that they're kind of taking a risk in helping someone with this because they may not be paid if the loan doesn't go through for some reason. Now, of course, if you're qualified, there should be no issue with that. And if you have a good relationship with a bookkeeper or tax professional, you shouldn't have a problem there either. But like I said, just some things to keep in mind.
Lastly, you should be aware that banks and agents don't charge you, and no one should be charging you a fee. Their fees come out of the SBA funding. The bank gets 5% and then pays any agent who submits the loan application on your behalf for you a 1% fee out of their 5% fee. So some agents are rather concerned about getting paid at this point, but they're, of course, most people I talk to are doing it anyways because they want to help their business owners and their clients.
Number 3 is getting your documents organized. So this is something that, could have been number 1, but you want to get started on this right away. You need to get your financial reports updated, your accounting records updated. You need all of 2019, all of 2020 up until now, and you want to have your 2 main reports ready to go: the income statement and the balance sheet. Now, banks can ask for all sorts of information and documentation, but these are the 2 primary statements that every business should have ready to go. If you need help with these, I do give away a free basic income statement spreadsheet template to get you started. However, I have a more advanced spreadsheet as part of my small business school, which does have a special offer right now if you're interested in getting in there. It's a full DIY e-course that can help you get your records caught up quickly. Now, other records that you can start getting ready are your payroll records. So you want to get copies of your 941s, W-2s, whatever you have. And if you use a software like Gusto, which I highly recommend, or ADP, you can download their reports, but do not trust their specific PPP reports. You want to be sure to actually have all of the primary documents and not trust those reports, because many people have pointed out that they've been incorrect, substantially reducing the amount of payroll that would qualify you for a loan. So essentially reducing your loan amount. So you want to be sure you have the correct numbers. So start with all the primary documents.
This applies to my self-employed and independent contractors just the same. So think about, do you deduct expenses on your tax return? If so, you need to get your records updated with your income and expenses for each month throughout 2019 up until currently. If you have a bunch of stuff going on, tons of bank accounts, income, then you might need that upgraded version. It might be faster for you. Otherwise, if you don't deduct expenses and you just need to get your 1099s in order, and in one of the next steps, I'll tell you about a spreadsheet template and how you'll actually calculate the loan amount. And I have specific videos for self-employed and businesses with employees.
Number 4 is calculate your average monthly payroll.
Now you need to calculate this because the loan amount is based on 2.5 months of your average monthly payroll. And I have this spreadsheet template and another video going over this. I just want to say here, be careful trusting your reports from payroll companies. You want to be sure to check the numbers. Some of those reports have been very limiting the amount you qualify for. So you want to be sure to double check your number and come at it from multiple ways.
Some banks have said that they want individual records listing each employee and the records of their pay, and that is how my spreadsheet template is set up. Alternatively, you could use my spreadsheet template as a check to check the amount that, say, your payroll software is telling you your average monthly payroll is. Now, my spreadsheet template also helps you keep track of if you've paid through payroll 75% of the loan. I don't charge anything for this. You can get it for free in the link below the video covering how to calculate average wages for PPP. Number 5 is start actually filling out the application. Now, I have another video going over the sample application through the SBA. And lenders, as far as I've heard, are using similar applications, but they are asking for various types of documentation. They're not all consistently asking for the same things. Number 6, stay in communication with the banks and or your agent if you're using one. So this is going to be really important. I know that this type of stuff can be really stressful, but if you just take it step by step and understand that this has been a huge program that's been put in place in a matter of days to get you money to pay your workers. At the end of the day, the bank is who's going to give you the money. So while accountants and the SBA might be talking about the different regulations, the bank is the one giving the money. So you've got to stay in really close communication and work closely with the bank. If you see something the bank's doing that isn't in alignment with other things you've read, just approach them and talk to them about it and get your documentation. You know, I have all sorts of resources linked below from reputable places like the SBA and the Treasury Reg, and you can use those primary documents to communicate with the bank. Okay, and that's it for the 6 steps. So to recap quickly, you want to find a lender, decide if you use an agent or just do it yourself, which most small businesses will do. Get your documents organized, including your financial statements, income statement, balance sheet, and all of your payroll records as detailed as possible so you have it all ready to go, as well as your 941 tax forms. 4, calculate your average monthly payroll. Software might provide you a report, but you want to be sure to check it. You can use my template, and remember, I have a more detailed video. 5, complete the application. And 6, stay in communication with your bank. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below this video. Do check out all of the other videos I'm mentioning. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Share it with someone who might need it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.